They're not mad at you anymore.
Hello, everyone on the internet. How are you doing tonight? Welcome to Newly Forged. Quick shout outs. Thank you to Son of Yoda and Maka the DM for following us.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Love
I'm
it.
excited. Love some new followers. Hopefully you
Is his
enjoy the
name
show.
Grogu?
I don't know. He's the son of Yoda. Are they related? We don't know, but we
We don't
will
know.
someday.
That's true.
Someday
I hope we find
will.
out.
And hello to Commander Cirque, and hello to Ives Got It. Ives Got It's been with us since the beginning. So
Ooh.
Cheers. Eyes got it.
you gotta love that. Wonderful. So hi everyone. I'm Jared. I am your dungeon master here at Newly Forged.
Hi, Jared.
Why don't everyone go around, say a quick hello, let everyone know who you're playing, and I would like to know what's your character's favorite. What's your favorite tree is? Everybody's favorite tree. We're going wild and crazy tonight in honor of the druid.
You want a ranger and a druid to tell you their favorite tree.
Yeah, you got to pick your favorite kid.
God
A
damn
Top
druid,
three.
A druid
Let's
named
start-
for a tree.
Let's start up here with Defect.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike, and tonight I'll be playing Defect, the Warforged Barbarian. And as far as favorite tree goes, I know we're not in the state of California, but what is equivalent to the California redwoods?
Redwoods.
We'll call it
Newly redwoods.
The new.
Well, there's the Johanna redwood, and then there's the Ningwa redwood, but they're pretty much the same thing. So,
Okay, I'll go with that.
geez, I didn't know I need to create like subspecies of fauna here.
You
Flora.
asked
That would be
the
Flora.
You asked the question,
I
exactly.
Did.
That's
I know I
right.
did. I just didn't expect that. All right, and moving on down to Amber.
That's me. Hi, I'm Amber. I play Greg, the Goblin Artificer. Greg's favorite tree. Let's see. My favorite tree is going to be the kind that doesn't try to kill me.
All right, that might be hard to come by. And right in the middle here, we have Sarah.
Hey, I'm Sarah, and I'm playing Olive, the half-orc druid. And her favorite tree is the one she is named for.
Aw, nice. And Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Adis, the human ranger. So many trees. I would have to say my favorite is cedar.
Ooh, good choice. I like
Ooh.
it.
Smells good.
And last but
Very
not
functional.
least, we got Matt up here in the corner.
Yo, Matt playing Spoot, the turtle cleric. Spoot's favorite tree. I'm gonna say cypress. I'm gonna say that's
Ooh.
because
Ooh.
it's a swampy kind of tree. They're kind of big and knobby.
All right, we're going to stop there. And
I wasn't actually trying to go anywhere with that. I was just like, I don't know, kind of remind me
Hey.
of turtles.
fair enough.
Can I share? No, that's too off topic. Never mind.
Good. All right. Okay.
Circle back.
I appreciate self-policing.
It's just, never mind. It's fine. Nope.
Yep.
Just message. Message up.
Let's dive right into tonight's episode 25 of Newly Forged. Very excited for this one because we left last week at a bit of a cliffhanger. Last time on Newly Forged, our party came across a patch of everberries under the protection and claim of some giant elk. After a tense few moments, Spoot and Olive were able to negotiate safe passage for their group, despite Greg's refusal or inability to understand what was going on. Later that night, Defect, using his ability to speak with animals for the first time, had a conversation with a giant eagle, and Greg was on hand to warn the others when a strange human came to their camp. The human turned out to actually be one of a group of wereboars who attacked the party, but were soundly defeated. The next day, bright, clear skies allowed Olive to lead her companions to her home cave. Upon investigating, the group found no one there, but instead a pile of trash and ruined gear, and one note that caused the party to believe the Red Crows had ventured to the nearby town of Southbrook. Looking upon the town from a promontory, the party observed that the town appeared to have been completely taken over, enslaved by the Red Crows. Olive opted to investigate further, assuming the form of a gray and white tuxedo cat and slinking through a small hole in the town fence. However, her wild shape ran out and she attempted to hide, but to no avail. She was spotted by a patrol and attempted to flee, using spike growth to attempt to slow her enemies down, but to no avail. She was cut down by the patrol. The rest of the party saw a portion of the scuffle from their watch point, and that is where we pick up, with everyone sans Olive looking out over this fenced-in town where you have definitely seen a scuffle, and it sounds like your friend is in danger. Now, to give you a little bit of context, you are all probably a good 15-minute like casual walk away from the front gates, kind of up on like a hill behind some trees and some scrub brush and whatnot.
So, real quick, I do have a question. Did we figure out what we wanted to have done with Adis? I don't know if I had any authority to do so, but last session I was contemplating sending him out to do scouting while Olive was inside. Or are you still with us, Adis?
I mean, I could do that.
Yeah.
No, if you
like
don't want
kind
to.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would look around the perimeter of it.
Yeah, so go ahead
Yeah,
and make
no-
an investigation check or a perception check, Adis, depending on what you want to find. Like, what are you looking for? Are you just getting information, or are you looking for something in particular?
Well, how high is this wall? Is it much taller than me?
It's a good 12 feet in the air, yeah.
Okay.
And
What
you
would
have
be like-
seen people patrolling it, so.
On the top or like around?
So by the front gate, which is the only gate that seems to exist on this fence,
Mhm.
you have seen people. You've seen two people out in front of the gate, but also people up on the wall.
Then I probably wouldn't get too close as to alert them more. So
They
I'd
like
say
cats.
I can't turn into a cat. I just go pew pew with arrows. That's all I got. I probably would just like at a distance, circle around just to like if I can see any other entrances, like a weak point in the wall or something.
All right, make a perception check.
Oh, okay.
All right, a 21. So with a 21, you are fairly confident that there's no other like large entryway, like there's no small open slat. It appears that this wall that has been constructed around the town was done specifically to keep out troubles. Most of the farmland of this town, which isn't a lot, but it's there, exists outside of the wall, but it seems all the homesteads and everything are inside. So it's probably a reasonably new established area.
Sorry. So I would just like come back to the group. I don't see any other way in but the front gate.
Sorry, to know what my response should be. In the timeline of things, does he return back to the group before we sort of notice the kerfuffle?
Yeah, so in the timeline of things, I would say that Olive and Adis both left at the same time. Adis going in one direction, Olive going in another, in their different styles. Olive's cat had her little interaction at the front gate, stealthed around, found a way in. Adis came back right as the battle sort of began, and so you all kind of caught glimpses of the scuffle. You didn't see exactly what happened because it was too far away, and there are buildings in the way, but you definitely saw some kind of fight break out and go down.
And about 2 hours has passed since they ventured out, since Olive left, yeah.
Yeah, probably about like 2 hours, 15 minutes ish.
We're very patient. It's one of the virtues of a turtle. Okay. Well, as Adis is coming back, then, if it's safe to say that Spoot notices the commotion in town, then I'll lead. Oh,
I like that our
What?
that doesn't look good, and I'm just gonna point kind of toward the town. Do you see that over there? It looks like there's some fighting going on. Oh gosh. I hope they
Olive
did not.
probably alerted the city, the
Oh, no.
bandits.
We're gonna need to think fast. Adis, you're confident there's only one way in here, yeah?
Yeah. How many guards did I see when I was circling around, or like, does it like individuals either guard up on the wall, or if I could see into the town at all, like a
So,
rough estimate?
Yeah, so the side walls you didn't see anybody walking around on. The front gate area, you saw at least 2 to 4 people up on the walls and 2 people out in front of the gate.
Mhm.
And then kind of around the back, you could see to where the docks are because it's on the border of Broke Lake.
Mhm.
Or on the shoreline, rather. And you could see that there were people there kind of watching people in boats, like with crossbows or longbows or whatever. So you get the feeling that the town isn't shut down and just held under hostage. Through all your observations, it appears as though the town is being put to work, fishing, farming, herding, whatever, but all under guard now.
But did it seem like there's a sizable number of bandits, or?
I mean, there were bandits everywhere you looked, but
Okay.
you weren't able to get like a head count necessarily.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
And there seems to be a lot of them.
How many were outside in the field already? And we saw the 2 at the front gate.
But there's 4 at the front gate.
4 at the front gate.
2
Yeah,
on the
there's-
wall.
Yeah, there's 2 high up on the wall. There's 2 near the bottom. And you said there's 3 or 4 on the docks?
Yeah, it looked like there was 3, maybe 4 on the docks. And from where you are, you can see the farming area, and you see 3, maybe 4 people there kind of watching as many farm folk or more. Like
Are the docks located? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there are like little huts by the fields, but they're probably just for more storage and like supplies than actually sleeping because they're not very large.
I'm assuming the docks are located outside the city walls too.
No, the walls of the city kind of go out into the water a little bit, kind of like a little bit of a seawall for a good like 30 feet or so, like big pylons, and then the docks are on the other side of that. So it is possible, I guess, to make use of that if you wanted, but yeah.
I mean, I can hold my breath for a long time.
Never really swum before.
Well, The only thing that comes to my mind right now in this moment is either we use the water to our advantage somehow. I don't know if we can maybe smuggle ourselves inside a container of fish or something. Don't worry, I won't get distracted.
It's always fish.
It always comes back to the fish.
Or
Well,
we just
there's
go.
no like shipping going on. It looks like people are like Adis has seen people like fishing, but not like there's no
No
like,
one's like bringing it to market.
They're not
Yeah.
packaging it.
Yeah, they're just like emptying the nets into barrels, and there's like a fish house or something there where they're bringing the fish, but there's no.
Okay, it'll be like that episode in The Hobbit, that chapter. We'll just stick Grig in a barrel and float
No.
them around.
I don't think that's very. No, I don't think I feel good about that idea. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of water. I mean, I just mostly have never done anything in it.
Now's not the time to start.
Agreed.
I know some people had magic to move on top of water. Do you have that ability?
Yeah, I sure do. Except did not prepare it.
Oh.
So,
I don't know if Olive can wait till tomorrow.
I don't know either. I suppose we could approach the gates
Smash it.
and just announce ourselves. Either they let us in or we fight
Well,
our way
yeah.
in.
I mean, yeah, we could just like show up and like pretend that we're roving bandits who've come to, stake our claim or make a deal. I mean, we look kind of shady. Most people think that we're creepers anyway.
Do you think they would buy it if we told them we wanted to join the Red Crows?
Yeah, if we look mean enough. I mean, let's be clear. Criminals are used to weirdos showing up and being jerks and wanting to join in and on the spoils. They'll probably be fairly suspicious, but it will at least possibly get us an audience with like the big boss, and maybe give us a chance to get a sense of where Olive is. But I can't guarantee it. But if this organization works anything like the other ones I've talked to, then there'll be an opening maybe. They're always looking for muscle if you look mean enough.
Boot's gonna
Well-
kind of like try to snarl.
No.
Almost works.
Get the eye mask.
Sorry.
It's got to be red.
Spook's gonna give himself guidance to snarl. It's my big moment. Grig, I think that you're obviously the most qualified criminal in the party, and I mean that in the best way, but you're gonna know I trust you.
That's the right attitude for sure.
I mean, my people were always used for hunting something down, or even sometimes it was criminals we had to track down. So I know some people from my village became bounty hunters. They might
Oh
have
yeah.
pose as that. I don't
Well,
have
we
much
could all go
experience.
together. Unless you think you can sneak in while we enter the city, if they open the gates, you can sneak in undetected. Or is that
The only possibility is if they keep the gates unlit and it's nighttime, but I don't know necessarily. They all look like humans, I think. Right? Jared? Humans?
Mix.
At the gate?
Or humanoids?
Definitely
mixed
all
bag.
humanoids. You didn't get close enough because you said you kind of stayed back to not be seen. You didn't get close enough to delineate heritage off of any of the individuals.
Got you.
What a way to say that. Delineate heritage. It's good words. I like it.
I try to speak well sometimes. Not always successful, but hey, what can you do?
Words.
Well, I guess either the water or the gates are our only real option. I mean,
I don't know what
if
kind of I don't know what kind of danger Olive is in, so we'll probably need to just make a decision fast. I'm not stealthy, so it's probably not worth sending me in through the water alone. If the rest of us can't make it, then maybe that's not a good option.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with no. Let's walk out the front door and see what happens.
They'll definitely see me coming if I suddenly emerge from the.
Yeah, I mean, we know how to defend ourselves. And if we have to get partway through the gates, get in a fight, and then disappear, I think we have those tools.
I do have a spell that may be able to calm people down if things get a little hostile. And I always have a few ways of suggesting some courses of action to people if it's necessary. But should we just let Grig do the talking?
that could
Greg's
work.
eyes light up.
Given that you have the most experience dealing with these types of individuals.
Sure, I guess so. Yeah, I could do that.
I'll be right behind you. I can give you a
All
little
right.
guidance if you need it.
All right. Greg's gonna get out their blanket and put on their fancy brooch and start marching around like this, like imperious all of a sudden.
Defect, Adis, are you in on this plan, or are we?
Doesn't seem to be much other option.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and we could just smash them. Oh, do you have cool names you want, or just like your real name?
You should. You decide. If I don't know if Spoot sounds mean enough. Does it sound like a bandit name?
I don't know. What does a bandit name sound like?
I don't know. I've never been a bandit.
Oh. I mean, most of the time they just have names that I've met.
Well, there's different kinds of turtles. Is there any sort of turtle name that sounds aggressive?
Chomper.
Sure.
Snappy.
Okay.
I think you'll figure it out. All right, we should probably go.
All
I'm getting a
right.
little worried about Olive.
Let's go.
What time of day
just
is
put up a
it
good
now?
fight.
So by this time it's like mid-afternoon, and there are definitely people working in the fields off to one side. You can avoid them if you stick more to the tree line. And it's just, how do you want to approach? Are you trying to like stealth your way up, or are you approaching openly along the path?
I mean, I would say be stealthy around the sides and then go a little bit down the road before popping out of the woods.
Well,
If there's a
look
road.
like-
if you're going to the front gate, like, are you approaching the front gate within view of that, or are you going to like try to ambush people at the front gate?
We're gonna talk first, so I say like be stealthy around the sides, enter onto the road from the woods a little bit of a distance from the gate, and then walk up.
Sure, cool. And who is going to be the like leader of this adventure here?
You bounty hunter.
Hey,
I have my honor guard.
you have your honor guard.
So
I
Grig,
think the one that has the honor guard should be the one speaking.
This is it. This is
I'll do the
Greg
talking,
initiative.
but I'm never gonna go first.
I
I
can
mean,
give
if,
you guidance.
if you
What
would
if I
like,
get shot?
we could pretend that we're looking for Olive, that we've been tasked with hunting her down.
We've heard this town is overrun with bandits, and we want to join up because we've been running our small capers, and it's just not paying off the same way.
That's it, exactly.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could be like, and we were looking for this troublemaking orc who like came and bothered us. But I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I don't know how smart they are.
Good point.
I mean, most of them look like humans.
No, that's true. I did see a couple other things though. And if the boss is like a tiefling or something, they can be scary.
What? Oh, right, tieflings. I haven't seen many of those, but well, only one way to find out.
Church.
so
Is defect or is Greg gonna ride her honor guard?
No,
No.
no.
they are not. So then, my question is, what is the marching order as you approach? Is Adis leading the way, and then kind of Grig and Defect and Spoot? It's not a very large path. This is why I ask.
Yeah, that
Like
sounds.
a 10-foot wide cart could probably squeeze down it, but it's mostly like 5-foot wide, like push carts and pull carts, like with a single
Okay.
animal kind of deal.
Adis and me will go kind of parallel, like in front, and then Defect and Spoot bringing up the rear. That makes sense. Like marching along. You'll be my number
Conceal
2.
your head.
You'll be my bodyguard, and you'll be my other bodyguard.
I'll
There's
put
our
on a little
cover.
bit. I'll put my hood up and put some extra eyeliner on.
Yeah, there you go.
Wait.
I've never really seen anybody look like that, but I guess it works.
I imagine I still have my hat on from the desert, so I'll just lean it down over my.
We're
Brow.
trying to be so
Alright.
sinister. Oh
Okay.
gosh.
Sure. You look as sinister as you think you do.
Awesome.
You just see.
All right, so the
Should
four
I
of you.
do-
Wait, do turtles have teeth?
Sure,
Or do
why
you
not?
just have like a bill? Like a turtle?
Yeah, like a turtle.
This is gonna get deep. I'm gonna let you. Back to
Uh,
you, Jared.
Defect. What was that? What was that, Defect? You trying to say something?
Oh, I was going to say, because I was wondering if I should use some eyeliner and draw some angry eyebrows.
Oh my god, just like big block square eyebrows.
Like previous in Minecraft, angry villagers.
Love it.
All right, sure. Yeah, you can do that.
No, it's cool. I won't.
Okay. All right. So once you get all gussied up, You head on over towards this thing. Between Adis's guidance and help and everything, you guys can easily avoid being seen by those who are working the fields. So as you are approaching, Adis, since you're in the lead, why don't you go ahead and make a perception check?
Oh no.
I mean, I guess everyone can make one. It's fine.
This is why I put you in front, but also okay. Yeah, see there. That's
Great.
why. That one.
There's the natural one for Greg. Right
So
on. brand.
19.
Greg is tripping over their own feet because they
19
can't
for
see the
Adis.
floor.
Great. 11 for Spoot.
I'm
Which
sorry.
makes sense because you're in the back. So Adis, as you approach, you can see that there are 4 people currently visible at the front gates. You see what appears to be 4 humans, 2 up on top of like the ramparts, for lack of a better term, and 2 like in front of the gate, like hand on the scimitars. The people up top have longbows. There are some trees around, but it's pretty clear. But there are a few trees scattered here and there.
Okay. Just like kind of keep strolling up. More confident than Tanner feels.
Yeah, they definitely see you as you are approaching, and those with longbows definitely have arrows cocked and ready to go.
Am I close enough to Adis to be able to touch him?
Excuse me?
You're about 10 feet away from Adis because you're in the back of the procession.
I'm going to kind of whisper loudly before we get too close, if it's not too late, and say, Adis, I can give you guidance before you start talking if you need it.
I mean, it couldn't hurt, but I feel like
That's the spirit.
Fucking.
I'll just like reach my arm back.
No. When you stop moving, we'll just come up behind you and I'll kind of.
All right.
my
So
hand
for
on
the
your
next
shoulder.
minute, you've got that, which is pretty appropriate because you get to about 25 feet away, Adis, and the 2 guys in front of the gate can go, "Hey, who are you? What's your business here?"
We're here to see the boss.
What?
What'd you say, Jared?
What?
Why are you? Your
We
audio's
can't
gone.
hear you.
That
Oh no.
Oh, there
Now
we
we
go.
can.
Now it's
was a
back.
terrifying
Oh.
response.
He just said what?
We're here to see the boss.
What do you mean you're here to see the boss? Who the hell are you? And what are you talking about? There's no boss here. We're just normal people. We're just guarding our town.
It's not true, and you know it.
We really don't look like normal people guarding a town.
Don't insult our intelligence.
Well, the 4 of you don't look like in any kind of local populace.
Nope.
'Cause we're
That's
not.
why we're here to see the boss.
What about?
None of your business, peon.
Well, then you don't get in, do you?
Ha. Try again.
All right.
They look at each other and they look up to the wall and they're like, you can either get or you can get shot. It's your choice.
I'm gonna pull
Very-
out Mage Hand and have it pull an arrow out of the guy's quiver, like one of the guy's quivers up there.
Love it.
It is out of your range currently.
Aw.
It's too high.
Aw.
Yeah.
Is it,
Fine.
where-
I'll have it pull the guys, one of the guys on the ground, like pull out like maybe their dagger or something.
Okay. So you conjure this hand that they can see.
I thought it's invisible. No?
Oh, like behind them though.
Actually, only rogues, arcane tricksters, mage hands are invisible. You can- okay, sure. Go ahead, make a sleight of hand check to see if you can get away with this casting.
Spoot's
Oh.
thinking to
I
himself.
mean, can
18.
I see her?
Okay.
Them start casting this,
I'm in my blanket. My little hands are moving.
And you're
but...
also in front of them, so
and I'm pretty sure. Doesn't Mage Hand have vocal components?
I believe it does, but double check. It might just be somatic.
No, it is verbal and somatic.
Okay.
I would like to stop Greg from casting that and just kind of Greg, no.
I did an 18.
I have a 22 passive.
Yeah, I would say that Adis, you definitely can say that, but it's up to Greg whether or not they choose to desist.
I don't think that Greg would. I may regret this.
Okay.
Listen.
Well, amazingly, you are able to pull a little dagger out from behind one of them, one of the guys on the ground, and none of them seem to notice it because they're all like focusing on you.
I'm gonna keep talking, or turn to Ace. Tell him who we are, and concentrate on getting the mage hand to stab the dagger like into the gate behind them or something. Like,
Interesting. Okay. Go ahead and make an attack with the mage hand. Go ahead, roll.
that's just a straight d20.
I'll let you add your spellcasting modifier to it, but not your proficiency because that's not your best thing here.
Oh, so
Okay.
just intelligence.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, so just the +4 for intelligence. All right, so there's the 20. Oh, it's a 4. +4 is 8. God damn it, world.
Okay. So the dagger like tunks against the thing, and the guy like the two guys on the ground turn around, and they're like, "What the hell?" The guy like just reaches down, puts his dagger back in, and is like, "Ugh, damn it." They do have their scimitars out though, and the two up on the thing, up on the wall with the longbows, they are definitely still watching you. So.
All right. Listen, I apologize for my companion. We're
Companion, I'm your bot.
sure. As soon as you start treating me like that. We've been trying to find this half orc, and they hired me to help track her. We tracked her in this direction, and this is the only reasonable location where they might try to hide. We'd like to speak to your boss, see if we can take a look around the village, see if we can find them.
Well, ain't nobody been in through these gates, and it's the only way in this town.
We're looking for a druid. They have many ways of getting inside a walled city or town.
And you're bounty hunters?
I am.
Make a deception check.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm great at these.
Way of helping.
Guidance is definitely worn off by now.
It does not matter.
Yeah, you kind of fumble over the words a little bit, and this dude at the gate is like, I ain't never seen a bounty hunter like you before. You don't have the right bearing. You don't got the stuff for it, I can tell.
You haven't seen a bounty hunter like him before because there is none like him. This is Agar of 1,000 years, who's been wandering these lands for so long that bounty hunters these days don't even know what they've got missing, because he's, before bounty hunting was common, survived the breaking, and other exciting things. I'm hoping Greg has better words than Amber does, because Amber just lost her mind.
Make a deception check.
Yeah, bounty hunter before bounty hunting was cool. Okay, come on, roll 20. Fuck.
Yeah, the guy just looks right through you. He's like, why don't you try to stop talking? You're not the best one for this. Look, you've got 5 seconds to get out of here before we pelt you full of holes.
How far are we from inside the gate?
You are 25 feet from them, so the gate is 30 feet away.
All right. I have an idea.
Oh no.
I'm just going to look back at Defect.
Give me the nod.
Yeah, I'm just going to nod at him, just say, charge. And then I'm going to dash and pull out my longbow and then use Misty Step to get like into the gate.
Funnily enough, you can't Misty Step inside the gate because you have to see a place to Misty Step.
It's closed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was open.
No, it's closed. Remember Grig tried to stab the gate behind them?
I thought the door was open and there was just like a gate,
Oh.
like the doors.
No, like the gate is like walled shut.
The way what does Gandalf say? Never mind.
The way is shut.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe you could Misty
Speak
Step
friend
onto
and
the-
answer.
Huh?
onto the wall. Yeah, speak
Okay,
friend, guys. Come on.
Can I reach the top of the wall? Like, is there a platform I can see?
You can see people up there, so I'd allow you to get up there, sure. Real quick. This is not, it's not really a surprise round because they are aware that you're there and they're like on
That's
edge.
fine.
So I think this is a good time for us to roll some initiative. So let me
Could
bring you over.
Could I get the Misty Step in before? Like, because it's a bonus action and I just kind of go poof.
I would say whoever among you rolls the top initiative can choose to do something first. The first person in the initiative order who actively does something, that will start us off here.
Okay.
Because like they're not going to shoot you until either their countdown reaches 0, which would be at like the end of this round of initiative, or you do something.
Okay.
But like 2 of them definitely have arrows like at the ready, so
Okay.
they're essentially holding actions. But let's move over to the map here, and you can see.
I can't see anything.
Oh, Greg.
Ooh, 21.
Wonderful.
It's like, what? Wait, I was
the
gonna calm the
worst I've
motion.
ever rolled ever.
You should have. You
In
know
a
what? We
while.
should swapped. You should have been playing Spoot tonight, and because you always
It's
roll
me.
well when that
It's
happens.
true. Oh my god.
I just came up.
Alright.
If I was here last game, I
And
had such an amazing
defect.
idea.
Did you roll defect?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. My computer's being slow, so hold on. Let me roll on my phone here.
Must be the RAM.
15.
Okay, great. Add that. 15, great.
Greg is literally the best face of this party. I think they have the highest charisma. Like, actually.
I have a 10, so I have a 0 modifier.
2.
All right. Well, first up
Because I'm
is
less
Adis.
charismatic unconscious.
So
None of us took charisma, so it's all of our dump stat.
So Adis,
We are not
you get to go
charismatic folks.
first. What are you gonna do?
God.
So I just draw my scimitar, and I look at defect, or like I have my hand on my scimitar, and I look at defect, and then I just poof. And wait, hold on. Does this guy look more in charge of the gate? Like in the initial
He's one of the guys just up there with arrows. The only 2 that have been talking
Okay.
have been these guys on the ground here.
Okay, I just wasn't sure because the token looks different.
Hmm?
I'll take the eye patch guy. Yeah,
Alright.
I'll poof up next to him.
All right. So yeah, you can poof up there. Sure, go for it.
Poof. And then I will take.
All right. Yeah, as soon as you poof, you have done a threatening action. So both of these guys launch arrows at your friends here. The one you
Keep
poofed
this
to,
one. Yeah.
the one you poofed to was aiming at you, so his is at disadvantage because you're now next to him.
Okay, I was about to say.
Oh yeah, he's totally at disadvantage. And rolls a 13. The arrow like bounces off. The other one was aiming at Grig because Grig was being mouthy.
That's fair.
And that's a natural and that's a natural 20 on Grig.
Sounds good.
For a total of 13 points of piercing damage. He was
Sounds good.
lined up and watching you.
Perfect.
But yeah, Adis, continue with your turn.
I'm just gonna do a slashing slash at this guy.
Yeah,
Wait,
go for it.
Let me get rid of my spell slots. There we go. Okay, Jesus Christ. How do I work roll 20? All right. There we go.
All right.
Swing 1.
Uh,
10.
A 10 will not hit. He dodges out of the way and avoids you.
Swing 2. Oh, there we go. 24
24 will absolutely hit.
for 6 damage.
All right, yeah. That's great. You slice deep into this guy. Boom. No problem. That brings us to Defect.
Yes. Defect. Taking cue from Adis will charge up to the guy straight in front of him.
Yeah.
And will rage.
Okay.
And will swing at this guy
All right. Go for the rage.
for 16.
16 will hit. Yeah.
All right, 7 points of damage.
Yeah, you
And he
slam it.
will
Oof.
swing again. Just for 10 though.
A 10 will miss. He manages to get his scimitar up in time.
All right, that's
All right.
my turn.
Yeah, it is now actually his turn. And he's going to attempt to scimitar you. But that is an 8 to hit, which misses.
Do you change your axe's action name every game?
I do. I do. Yeah.
Well, it was this last.
Yeah, you didn't.
The other guy runs around to get some flanking with his buddy and rolls a 21 to hit.
Okay.
For 7 points of slashing damage, reduced to 3, because you're angry barbarian man. Or humanoid, I suppose. Next up is our friends up on the wall here. The one over next to Adis drops his longbow, pulls out a short sword, and attempts to stab you with it. First for a 7 to hit, and then for a 23 to hit.
Both miss.
The 23 does 5 points of piercing damage to you,
Nice try.
as you
Yeah,
take
it's
5 points of plot armor damage.
Yes. Love it.
Other dude up on the other side of the wall just lets loose 2 shots towards the raging hulk of metal, wood, and stone that is Defect.
And fur.
A 13 to hit and a 21 to hit. The 21 deals 4 points of piercing damage, reduced to 2. And then we have Spoot.
Oh boy, says Spoot, as he sees all this simultaneously happen around him. So much for the plan. And I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
All right, where would you like Spiritual Weapon to exist?
I would like Spiritual Weapon to exist right behind. Oh, let's see. Let me double check my range.
Got to be within 30 feet, right? Or is it within 60 feet?
60 feet.
Oh, then
which
no problem, yeah. Bonk.
That's where I want the big turtle wonker. That didn't. Never mind. Edit that out.
Behold
Yeah.
the Turtle Club, the magical Turtle Club, everybody.
The Turtle Wonker. What it is now.
All right.
Not a club.
It is now the
Yeah.
Turtle Wonker.
Turtle
Yes.
Whomper.
And I will use it to hit the guy, which I've already done, I guess. 16.
A 16 will hit for 6 points of force damage.
Great. And then I will move in front of our friend Greg here and say, stay behind me.
Thick thighs.
Okay.
Stay behind me.
Guys.
Thick thighs, hide allies.
And technically that was our... I need to reread this. I think it's a bonus action to summon and move it, but it
Correct.
attacking counts as an action, correct?
No. So you can attack it when you first cast the spell.
Mhm.
It's part of the casting of it is it gets to make an attack, and on subsequent turns as a bonus action you can make the attack.
That almost seems broken, but I'm gonna take
Yeah,
advantage
no,
of it.
spiritual weapon is very broken.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
And I'm gonna then
Broken
hit.
in all the right ways.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit crossbow guy on the wall, same guy, with some sacred
Yeah, you can cantrip him.
for 2 damage.
That's on brand.
All right, he makes a dex saving throw.
Roll 2
Two-
on.
He rolled a
2d8.
14. You get him.
Oh damn.
Oh my god.
Was
You
like,
get him.
what?
He takes those 2 glorious radiant damage as the tiniest little radiant turtle comes flying out of a ball of radiant fire and goes, "Pah." And he's like, "Ah, my face."
I'm hoping he didn't see me. I'm hoping he didn't see me cast that because I had the turtle club hitting him on the other side, but we'll see.
Yeah, he just got whacked in the back and then just got punked in the nose. So he's like, "What's going on?" Greg,
Funny.
it is your turn.
Cool. So, Greg is gonna cast Shatter up over like here, so it hits the gate and these two. If I can.
Okay. How big is Shatter?
It's a 10-foot radius.
All right.
That's
It
gonna
doesn't
let the
say
whole.
anything.
That's gonna let everybody know that we're here.
Okay.
It's fine.
We can always hide by the gates and have them come out.
That's a pretty bubble.
So
Is
like,
it a pretty bubble?
So kind of like that, or are you attempting to avoid hitting defect?
I am actually attempting to avoid defect. If
Cool.
it doesn't say I have to see the point.
Sure. I will say that the guy up here on the wall will be out of range.
As I elevate it.
Yeah, if you want to elevate it, like
It's a sphere.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you cast it like the midpoint of the sphere, like at where you think like his foot level is, then it'll probably get both of them.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, honestly, my main thing is hitting the gate, but hitting the people is a bonus.
I was
Okay.
gonna lower rope down after we killed them.
All right, cool. So you're trying to get the gate too? Like,
Yeah.
or the gate is the main thing here?
Yeah. I mean, so in the spell it says any non-magical object in it takes damage
Great.
that isn't being worn or carried. So
Yeah, totally.
there you go. DC 15, 13 thunder damage.
Nobody's wearing the gate.
All right.
He's wearing the
That you know of.
Oh.
There's just one person on the other side of the gate
Alright.
with 2 backpack straps tied to the gate.
That image is so good.
This is your one job, George. You wear the gate.
They both fail. And wow, okay. 13 thunder damage, eh?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this guy dies. This guy takes some damage. Cool.
And then
the gate, like a big a big chunk is taken out of the gate. It's not quite like knocked off the hinges because it's solidly built. It's for defense, but it's definitely taken damage.
Cool. I am going to then run up behind this other guy.
Yeah.
And yes. Actually, let's see. Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't see how far that was. Oh, it's right in my range. Okay, so he's just in range. I'm actually going to run up to the dead body, and I guess that's the end.
Look for keys.
All right.
That's
This guy's gonna use his reflex or his reaction to try to swipe you as you go by.
Oh, I can bonus action disengage.
Hmm.
This is me remembering how to play my character, but you can also hit me. It's fine because I forgot.
Yeah, you didn't call it, so you just kind of ran
Yeah.
through his area. He rolled
No
a
worries.
16
That does hit.
for 2 points of slashing damage.
Oh
How dare
no.
Going down.
Is he a
How
cleric?
dare
Maybe
he?
he's a cleric too.
Okay,
Alright.
cool. But yeah, so the top corner of this gate here is a little damaged. Mark, there's some damage.
Cool.
Crawl in, Greg. Crawl in.
All right. So next up. Oh, nope. Coming kind of right over here where there's where you damaged, the gate pushes open a little bit. And some people come out.
Oh, is there like a tiny door on the big gate?
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. If you had taken the time, you might have noticed it. But sadly,
I mean, I should be able to just see everything.
that's
Even
not
the-
quite how passive perception works. But indeed, a guy comes out here, looks at this. Ah, what the hell?
Oh, he doesn't look nice.
Yeah, he looks very mean. He's got a mask and a big axe. He's very angry.
Now that's a look for.
Yeah, so he pulls out his, he's got a battle axe in one hand and a shield in the other. So his first attack is a 9 against Greg.
Nope.
And then a 22. The
Yeah.
22 does 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then 15, 20, 25, 30. Adis. Can't get any scene yet.
Adis?
Yep, you see another guy like run up over here.
Hmm.
He appears to be very angry.
Is he on a lower or higher level than me?
He's about like he's on the same level as you, but
Okay.
it took him a while to run over there.
I just wasn't sure with this like shadow right here if that just meant it was like a lower level.
I mean, it's a couple feet lower, but it's
Okay.
it's still like a good 8 feet above the ground. It's like a 2-foot drop.
Okay.
But he's got a long sword out, but he's done all he can do for right now. Adis, it's your turn. Adis?
Thinking. Yeah, sorry.
Yep.
I'm like debating if I want to kill the guy in front of me and then have to melee the second guy, or if I just want to rip a portal open that's invisible to him and him just run through it.
Whoa.
The portals aren't invisible. Like, you can see them.
Well, you said you can't see it from the side that I did. Like,
Oh,
I
from
can
the other
see
side,
it.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 2D.
But you also
Yeah.
don't know if you can enter the portal that way.
Right, but it could be cute. I don't know.
All right, yeah, you can try it. You can, portals are weird. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm just curious though, because I know as part of the attack action, you can use sacrifice 1 attack to shove.
Mm-hmm.
If I open the portal, does that take both attacks away?
Yeah.
Or could I
it
open
is
the
a full
portal and then
action.
shove?
No, it is a full
Okay.
action to open a portal.
Okay, I won't do that then right now. Another time. I will then planar warrior this guy.
All right, go for him. He's just a dude with an eye patch and a bow.
Well,
A 12 will not hit. He dodges out of the way.
God damn it. That's why I hate melee. This is being really slow.
Yeah, his short sword like blocks your scimitar.
There we go. Nope.
Yeah, he parries
should've-
your blow yet again. That brings us to defect.
All right, let's get reckless. I'm gonna attack this guy below me.
Yeah, go for it.
24 for 11 points of damage.
Yeah, that will absolutely hit.
And second attack for 21, 9 points.
Yeah, you feel the axe vibrate in your hands as you slash into this guy.
To dust.
All right, this guy who's been attacking you with his scimitar, you lay into him once, and you lay into him twice, and then from the wound of the second attack, his body starts to dissolve and turn into dust, and he is dusted by
Nice.
Matter's Bane.
I'm gonna swing over to this guy here and say, "You're next."
It's not Matter's Bane, it's Exotl.
All right, next up is our friends up on the top here. The guy over here dealing with the spiritual weapon is going to realign their shots and aim for Spoot, because Spoot's the obvious magic user now.
Because the spiritual weapon's there, he has disadvantage.
No,
Damn it.
spiritual weapon doesn't do that.
It's not that broken.
2 arrows come flying at you, Spoot, for a 21 and a 23 to hit.
Wow, this guy's good.
You take 8 points of piercing damage total from his attacks.
But not that good.
Yeah, and he just kind of shifts over to there.
I think if Adis dies and this guy lives, we should hire him as our...
Excuse you.
Uh,
I'm just teasing.
Dude with Adis makes 2 short sword attacks. That is a 6 to hit and a 23. The 23 does 5 points of piercing damage as he stabs you.
Again.
You two are going tete-a-tete, it seems. And Spoot.
No, not text. I can't hit him.
Oh, well, hey. Spoot, it is you.
It is me, Spoot. Spoot's gonna do a tactical retreat. No, just kidding.
I got hit with 2 arrows. Later.
I'm out.
Peace.
Keep the club.
Keep the club.
I am going to use my action to attack with this club, actually.
Okay. Your bonus action?
Bonus action.
Your bonus action, yeah, to
All right.
attack this guy
Attack
again.
with your spiritual weapon.
Oh, yes, I do have to click it again, don't I? And...
With the turtle thwacker.
Damage. Damage has been really disappointing today. I've been rolling a lot of ones.
24 hits for 6 points of force damage. So your spiritual weapon comes in and whacks him on the back of the head. You hear him go, "Yerk!" And he falls back behind the fence, apparently down.
Oh, good.
Can I get a guiding bolt? or something. Apparently I need assistance in hitting.
You do have your action.
Yeah. I do have my action. I know. I can't decide what I'm going to do with my action now. Oh boy. The idea that I had is thus. I will use my mace. It's morale-ness and
Your baton of morale.
my baton of morale, and I will tell Defect to go ask that guy a question in front of you.
All right,
I'm
Defect, you
sad.
hear a glorious pun coming from Spoot that just inspires you so much. You must hit this man in front of you with your axe.
19 for 7 points.
A 19 will hit, and he takes the 7 points of damage.
Don't worry, Adis, I'm coming.
We're rolling great numbers tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Do you want to move or anything, Spoot, or are you good?
I am still good, I think.
All right, Greg, it is you.
Wait, can you move the spiritual weapon as part of...
It's a bonus action, so yes, but next time.
It's one or the other.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's either move or talk.
Yep.
Cool. Did the little mini door stay open?
Yeah, but he's
Or
like in
ajar.
it. Yeah, but he's like right in front of it.
Cool. I'm small. Uh,
Disengage through.
yeah, I'm gonna disengage.
You can disengage,
And,
but you
like-
still can't get through the guy's square. Like he's blocking the door.
Isn't there a thing about being small? Okay.
If you have
Maybe
the,
that's only halflings.
it's only halflings. Yeah, only halflings
Okay.
have that crazy.
Okay,
wicked,
okay.
Awesome
Well,
ability.
you're
You're
within
not
5
tiny,
feet of
you're just
defects.
small.
You're within
Right.
5 feet of defects, so you do have advantage on your attacks.
Yeah, that's fine. I was hoping to just be able to snoop. Let's get sneaky. I'm gonna scream, but I'm going to.
Let's sneaky cast the shatter.
Well, no. There's a method to my madness. I just can't communicate it because 6 seconds is so short. I think that's sneaky, like yelling. Yeah, I know, right? Cause a ruckus and then get out of there. Self-promoting game. Stop it. This is too funny.
So what are you doing, Greg?
What am I doing? I am going to say screw it and firebolt that guy in front of me. 13.
All right, with a 13, it blasts off of him. No effect to him.
That's fine. I think that's all I can do right now. I will disengage and just back around. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to disengage and be dancing around. I'll go over there.
Okay, you dance around there. Yeah, you probably can't be attacked by that guy there, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right, next up is our friends here. The guy in front of Defect swings his battle axe. Missing on the first attack, but I believe a 19 still hits you, right?
That is correct.
All right, you take 6 points reduced to 3 of slashing damage. This guy up on the wall moves in
Help.
25 feet to here, but then stops for a second, sees what's going on, and pulls a horn from his hip, and uses his action to summon or make noise with that horn, and then moves in another 5 feet, seeming to threaten you. Adis, it is your turn.
I would like to. Can I just like glance over my shoulder on this side and see if there's any like people coming?
Make a perception check.
Actually, no, I'm not going to do that because I want to waste that other spell slot.
Okay.
I'm just going to hack and slash.
All right. Hack and slash away.
All right, so I still have Planar Warrior from last turn active.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do it twice this turn. If I can hit.
Yep.
18!
The guy in front of you, right here?
Yes.
With the eye patch? Yeah, you
Yes.
hit. You hit.
The wannabe pirate.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 9 force.
Yeah. He takes 9
Plus
force damage.
another 8 force damage.
Nice. Good rolls. Yeah,
Thanks.
that cuts deep into him. He's like, ah!
Alright. I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah. A 10, unfortunately. If only it was at advantage. Would have been
I
great.
know. If only someone hit it with a guiding bolt. Oh wait, that would have only affected the first one. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Guiding
Defect.
blow also cost.
It is your
spells.
turn.
All right. Reckless attack to the
Yeah.
guy in front of me.
Yeah.
25 for.
He brings his shield up. Oh, right, you reckless. So yeah, the 9 does hit. Or the
I
25
shield
does
and
hit
a
for him.
battle axe? Or great axe?
No, he doesn't have a great axe. He has a battle axe.
Oh. I was like, damn, I want to hold a shield and a battle axe, or a great axe.
That would be a ridiculously cool ability.
You have to be a barbarian.
Yeah, for
My
my
other
second
character is a
attack,
barbarian.
26.
Yeah, so once again, you slice in with another attack, and you feel your axe vibrate and sing to
I'm
you.
doing it again.
All right, once
I'm just
again,
leaving the
across the shoulder, carving away most of this guy's arm, you slash through, and you see the edges of the wounds begin to dissolve as he turns into a pile of dust.
Oh, like in Avengers.
Very much so, yeah. Okay.
Defect is now Thanos.
So now the door is open. I can walk through it.
Yeah, you could.
All right.
You see Adis surrounded up top.
I got this, Adis. You just keep going.
Here, let me. Yeah, you can pop through right there.
Ooh.
Oh, it's one of those gates with a door in the gate.
Yep.
I wanted to get through the
Somebody's
dead body. He wasn't dead at the time, though.
Yep.
I'm sorry. That was 5.
Inconvenient
10.
how they're not dead when you want them to be.
He was a soon-to-be dead body.
Do I see a steps going up to the upper landing here, to where Adis
no.
is?
No, you do not.
You're trapped.
That was 15. 20. Can I go through this tree here? Bush?
You can walk through the bush, yeah. It's a tree, so you're just walking under the branches.
All right, cool. I guess that's all I can do right now.
All right,
No, wait, I'm 40 feet. Boom, boom.
cool. Next thing that happens, charging in, running full speed around one of these houses here, two more individuals pop into view. You got this glorious looking half-orc individual and another human-looking guy. They run up and they see Defect there. And they each fire a light crossbow at you.
All right.
One guy's crossbow like jams and he's like, ah, damn it. He rolls a natural 1.
Yes.
The other guy...
Not the only one.
The other guy rolls a 21
Okay.
and deals 6 points of piercing damage, reduced to 3. So there you go. Next up is our friend here who is fighting Adis, who got really, really hurt by Adis. And he's going to short sword you twice, or attempt to. A 16 to hit and a 14 to hit.
First one hits.
For 5 points of piercing damage. As he just
At least-
stabs at you.
He's consistent, at least, unlike me.
Yeah, you know. But you hit a lot harder. And then Spoot. The glory that is Spoot.
For King and Turtle, let's try to understand how spiritual weapons works from here on out. So I can move it only a maximum of 20 feet, so I'm going to go there for now.
All right, so it's just kind of floating up in the air there.
Yeah, where there's someone to attack, I could. And how far away am I from Captain Eyepatch? 25 feet. I'm just gonna try to cast Sacred Flame on him.
All right, go for it.
He looks hurt.
That's
Oh.
damn.
He made a dexterity saving throw. Totally was not expecting. He rolled a natural 1.
Yes. Burn
gets
him with your radiance.
Your
gets-
radiant flames fly out and coil up around him and burn him to death.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't here sooner, Adis.
Yeah,
Nice hit, Scoot.
he did.
And
What else?
now I'm gonna move.
Okay.
I'm gonna move here to see what I can see.
Yeah, indeed. So looking through the open door, you can see these two individuals, and you can just barely make out defect around that tree there. Yeah.
If you're hiding defect, it's not working.
Greg, it is your turn. What will you
He's
do?
trying to hide behind like a super skinny tree.
First things first, move through that door. 5, 10, 15. Yeah. Okay. 25, 30.
Okay.
And just to like know what's going on, whereabouts in town did we see the scuffle, right? Like, because we knew something happened with Olive
Yeah, it was
from a
much,
distance.
Yeah, it was much farther into the town.
Okay.
Like it wasn't around
Okay.
here.
Okay. Right. And then based on like the doodly map that we got, this seems accurate, or is it like? Do I have a sense of where on the doodly map the Olive stuff happened, if that makes sense, like in relation?
It wasn't a very good map, so
Okay.
kind of somewhere between here and the water, probably.
Okay. Right. At this point, I guess I will, for the moment, just firebolt the orky guy.
All right, go for it.
20.
20 will absolutely hit.
Awesome. And because I use my magical hammer, I get a D8. I just always am. Just like Planar Warrior is always doing
Yeah.
the thing.
Mhm.
17.
All right, yeah, your fireball, your little flame bolt, just like hits him square in the chest and like burns away most of his hair. He's like all like blistery and stuff. He's really rough now.
Cool, cool, cool. Well, I've moved as far as I can, and there I am.
All right. Up with Adis, our guy who blew the horn is now finally going to get to attack.
Boo.
He makes 2 attacks with his longsword. That is a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
For 4 points of slashing damage. And then a natural 1. He overextends himself and ends up tripping over his buddy's dead body, and his sword like gets out of his hand and he's like, crap, and he's got to like reach down and pick it up again. He's still got his shield, but he currently has to like pick up his sword. Hopefully. Additionally, 2 more individuals charge into view from where these guys came from. And charge right up to Adis, or not Adis, sorry. Charge
I
right
was about to panic.
charge right up to Defect.
Okay.
They came from they came from down the road around a house. They charged right up to you. They do not have any action left. They used
Mhm.
a little bit of a dash to get up to you, but they are both with shields and longswords, so they look pretty tough. And then we have Adis.
All right. So wait, is this guy? Because it's all dark. Is this guy that's in front of me near the edge, or is it there's too much stuff in the way? I can't tell.
There is an edge down there, yeah. Just the way the dynamic lighting works, it was hard to like figure out what to give you guys to see. So
No, it's fine. But it's like open behind him.
yeah, it is open behind him. I can just give it to you. There, looks like that.
I would like to shove.
All right, contested athletics check.
Please, God, let me do this.
Mm-hmm.
14.
You succeed in pushing him 5 feet away from you.
Yes! Off the tower! I just want to Sparta kick him.
Yeah, so he falls back onto this lower platform here. He doesn't really take any damage because he only fell like 5 feet.
Oh, that's fine.
But he is prone on the ground, and his sword is still up on the level with you. So,
I would like to then move up. If he's prone like that, does that impose disadvantage if I'm like above him looking down? Or
this is one of those things where, like, technically, yes, it does. But I'm saying you did this so quickly that, yeah.
I just like it's kind of like high ground versus low ground.
Yeah,
with
no,
in that,
I know. Like, it totally makes sense that I'm just going to say you have a straight shot on it. You don't have an
Okay.
advantage, but I'll give you the straight shot on this particular attack.
Okay. So then I'll move up and I will shoot him with an arrow.
Yeah.
These I'm better at, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
11.
He somehow manages to avoid you.
Bitch.
That brings
I
us
shouldn't have said anything.
to Druid.
Right. Let's take care of this guy right in front of me.
All right. She's
I'll
actually quite
do-
attractive.
Ooh. Killer.
Don't fall in love, Defect. It's a trap.
Teaching a robot to love.
Love is always a trap. Don't go for it.
Oh.
Reckless attack.
Ooh.
20 or
23 will hit. Yep.
and the second one 18, 14 points.
You just managed to get past her shield, and you feel your weapon sing and vibrate to you once again.
Yeah, let's dust it.
All right. She becomes a pile of dust, leaving behind her weapons and armor, but not much else.
And then I'll step in. Does any one of these guys get scared of what they just saw in front of them?
You don't know.
Do they? Okay. Well, then moving on.
It definitely freaked them out. They're like, shit. But yeah. Okay, so you've moved in. Great. All right. This guy right next to you, the little half orc, is going to. Well, this guy up here first is going to switch tactics, I think. Oh, not that one. And he is going to drop his crossbow, pull out his scimitar, and swing it at you, and miss you as you easily deflect it.
I thought it was on purpose.
Other guy, and he's going to try to move around after the fact, because he wasn't that smart. And go over there. This guy, he doesn't want to move away, but he knows he's going to be at disadvantage with it, but he's going to do it anyway. He's going to fire his crossbow at Greg. Even at disadvantage, that's an 18 to hit you, Greg.
Cool.
For 5 points of piercing damage.
Cool. Greg looks pretty shitty.
Yeah. Next up, we have Spoot.
Eat a good berry.
Do we have good berries? Actually, don't know.
We always have good berries.
Yeah, you guys,
Good
as
berry.
long as I have spell slots at the end of the day, we have them.
Yep.
Well, I was okay. I'm pretty sure I saved you. I had a spell slot left at the end of last session. I just saw Grig get hit. Can I actually?
Actually, you didn't actually see Greg get hit. You just saw this guy fire a
crossbow.
crossbow over
in
there.
that direction.
Sure, I made noise,
Where
but
you
yeah.
where you saw you saw Grig go that way, and you definitely heard the ow.
We're saying I cannot actually see Greg, however, right?
Yeah, not from where you are. You know,
Um,
dynamic lighting and maps only do so much.
Gotcha. I'm gonna move the spiritual weapon
Yep.
to here,
Mhm.
right next to Sam Neill,
All right.
and I'm gonna attack. Yeah, you know, the likeness is ish.
Yeah, totally.
Um, and I'm going to attack.
Roll
It's
that
like if
beautiful
Sam.
spiritual weapon.
Yeah, sorry, I was on the wrong page. It's like if Sam Neill and Jeff Goldblum had a baby, maybe,
Oh my
and
god.
then he was a bandit.
Oh no!
Oh no.
You shouldn't have called him Sam Neill.
Yeah.
I was trying to be complimentary. Sam Neill's an
So
attractive
on
man.
a natural one, your spiritual weapon kind of like phases out for an instant, and it kind of glitches in the matrix, and it does that thing where it moves forward and then back really quickly, and then forward and then back really quickly. And as you're watching
like-
it kind of sputter this way, it goes to like hit the guy, but right as it does so, it sputters back and whacks you in the face for 1 point of damage.
He's so far away though.
It came way far back to me.
Yeah, it glitched, and then it went back.
Ouch! Stupid virtual weapons.
Hey.
Spiritual blah blah blah.
It's just
Even
really
on
bad
my
lag.
still.
You didn't give it enough clear direction. You gotta really pay attention to that thing.
It's because it was coming around the door. I don't blame it.
Yeah,
you know
had to
what?
like sweep it in through the door. It got confused. It was
It
just
doesn't have eyes. It can't help it.
Yeah.
What
else you got?
Oh, I don't have any idea. That was kind of my bad. I was like surprised. That counts as an action, and
That's just a bonus action.
that's just a bonus. Yeah. So, then for good measure, I guess I'll try to fire my Sacred Flame. Yeah, same guy.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. He makes a dexterity saving throw of a success. He rolls a 20.
Boo. Just kidding, I say, and I duck back behind the wall because I can still move.
Yeah. All right, Greg, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm hoping this works because there is an order to the actions. I can, on my action, do cantrip and a spell bonus action, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna firebolt the half-orc again.
Yeah. Is Dispel Magic a bonus action?
Oh no.
No, it's not. I'm saying I can do a spell as my bonus action, if it's a bonus action spell.
Yeah.
Doing a cantrip.
Oh, I see. Yes. I
Yeah.
thought you were asking Dispel Magic specifically. I just misheard you.
No. No. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry. Also,
yeah.
I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, you did. So a natural 1, you get excited for this fire. You're like, this guy's gonna die, and you blast it, and you release it too soon, and the arcane fire energies roil back on you, and you end up taking 2 points of damage.
Sounds good. Then I'm going to bonus action cast Sanctuary on myself.
All right.
Ooh.
Cool. So you've got a little bit of a flying defense shield around you right now.
Sorta, yeah. Yeah.
Bonk. Great. I'll just mark that like that.
Perfect.
Cool. Anything else?
What is to my right? Like in Roll20, it seems like the map ends, but like the town would continue. Yeah.
There's a big tree, and then on the other side of the big tree is a fence.
It's a fence. Okay. Cool. That's all. That's all I got right now.
All right. Next up, we have these guys. This guy gets up very disgruntledly and hops down. And then another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets to there. Looks like he's coming back towards you, Adis. This other dude up here with defect swings twice at advantage and doesn't roll above an 11 either time. Jesus.
Yes.
Not just us.
What was all that evil Red Crow training for if you can't hit the guy? Adis, it is your turn.
I want to shoot the guy that I Sparta kicked.
Yeah, go for it.
Because this bitch
Mm-hmm.
does a 27.
A 27 will hit him. It is true.
17.
All right, yeah, it pierces his armor and like dives deep into it, and it's like buried in his chest. And he's like, ah! He's still up, but man, that hurt. That hurt a lot.
I'm gonna do it again.
All right, go for it.
This time, since I didn't hit him last time, this one will also have the extra force. 18.
18 will hit.
It's gonna release the arrow and just say, "You should have stayed down."
Yeah, well, you fire at him, and it buries itself right next to the other one. This time, it actually hits his heart, and blood like he coughs up blood, and it oozes down his chest, and he collapses to the ground.
Cool.
With a shield, but not a sword. You just barely managed to hit him, but you did.
Poor Captain America.
Yeah.
Can I see? Is this a house?
No, that's a lower level.
Can I see over the top, like over here, technically, or no?
I would say yeah, you can.
Okay.
Let me just-
Okay. Well, I'll just move over 5 feet, so I just
Yeah.
dynamic
you can
lighting's
definitely-
working that way. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'm just gonna knock 2 arrows on the bone. Just get ready for my next shots.
All right. Cool. Defect.
Yeah, this one that attacked my friend, not gonna have it. So with a reckless attack,
Mm-hmm. 23 will
23
absolutely hit, and you slice through him. Your
the singing again?
it
Yeah,
does
it
the
does hit.
tingling again. All right,
Yep.
he does. I mean, you like cleaved him in half through the waist anyway, but yeah.
Defect, save us something to loot.
Actually, no, that's the thing. Any items they're holding, like, will not be
This
turned
guy.
to.
Yeah,
Oh,
their,
so it's
their
just the
items don't
fleshy.
dust. Yeah, just their bodies.
Okay. That's like all the money is just dust.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to. Let's do it this way. I will this way, and I will swing at this guy.
All right, go for it. 26
for
will
20.
absolutely hit for 17 damage.
Damn.
You cleave deep into this guy's midsection, and he like bends over, and you pull your blade back, and it looks like he's about to fall over because parts of him are about to fall out, but he's still holding his ground and standing there.
All right, I like it.
All right. Next up, it is his turn, and he's going to do all he can do and scimitar you at advantage because you're reckless, and rolls a 5 because of course he does.
It's all right, man. We get it. We get it.
We've all been there.
Spoot, it is you.
Happens to the best of us. Spoot will use part of Spoot's movement to enter doorway.
All right.
10 feet. Spoot will use bonus action to hit this guy again.
All right, make your attack roll.
That's what I'm talking about. Says
There
Spoot.
we go.
Yeah. So your spiritual weapon like goes end over end, like wheeling up on this guy, like it's winding up, and then bam, smacks him like right in the head, and it just like breaks him, and he goes down.
I knew
Whack-a-mole
I could
Portal
trust
Edition.
you. I can't seem to bring up the there it is. Need to take away a use. And then what else? Yeah. I see a trail of blood and I want to follow it.
Yeah. You
I
still
will
got
actually
movement
stand
left, but yeah.
Yeah, I will see if I can back here, kind
You
of
do
nestled
hear
behind
a
this
cough
bar,
around the corner.
and I will medicine check on the bleeding Grieg,
Yeah, go for it. Roll that medicine check.
if possible. Oh, wow.
Greg's hurt. I
It's
guess
okay,
a
Greg.
little bit. Yeah,
I guess.
they're
I see-
definitely hurt. They've got a bolt sticking out of them. They're bleeding a lot.
Hold still, and I'm going to rip out the bolt.
Ow.
Healing word on.
Big screams.
Oh, you already used your bonus action.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're
your
right.
bonus
Yeah,
action
because
is
the
your
spiritual
own.
weapon.
Well, in that case, I'll get you the next time, Grieg.
You still have
Okay.
your action.
You do have your
I still have
action
action.
though.
Yeah,
Cure
I know,
wounds.
but. Sorry. Nope, that's it.
Okay.
I'll just
Whoa,
wait
whoa,
it out.
whoa! Wait, you don't have cure wounds prepped?
Mm-mm.
It's going to be an interesting day from the cleric, everybody.
Okay.
Cure wounds is almost never prepped, actually.
Can I
Greg,
remind you that
it
your
is your
other
turn.
healer is unconscious in the jail?
Listen, you decided to go in front, so that's on you.
You actually
I
don't
mean,
know
I
where you
also
are yet.
I
But
do have
also-
cure wounds. I
also
You
thought we
know.
would have time to prep before we infiltrated the town.
yeah, no,
Oh.
me too. It's all good. It's
Could've.
all good. It's my turn.
We don't know what happened to
Uh,
Olive. We don't know if you saved her or not.
Assumed bad things.
So I'm going to use my movement and say, "Spoot, let's get out of here," and go this way. Oh, that's a building. I can't go through that black spot.
Which black spot?
I'm trying to go like around the tree, but I'm hitting a wall.
Can you ping? I don't know where you're trying to go. Oh
Over
yeah,
here.
there's a wall there. There's a big wall.
Oh,
there.
okay.
It's like another part of the fence, the wall thing.
Okay. Well then I'm gonna try to get behind you. I think that's 30 feet from where I was. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, so I can get over here, maybe if it lets me, by moving through defect, yeah?
Yeah.
Because he's my friend.
I
Thanks.
As you move through Defect Square, however, the guy reaches out with his sword towards you.
Hey, he has to do Sanctuary. DC 15 Wisdom save.
Right.
It lasts 1 whole minute.
Which he fails.
All right, he can surrender that attack or choose a new target.
Yeah, he'll attack Defect then.
Come at me, dude.
That's a 20 to hit.
Yes.
For 7 points of slashing damage, reduced to 3 because of your rage.
Cool. And while I scamper, I'm gonna say, "Told y'all, bitches! Also, let's get out of here. Come on." And I am going to, let's see, that was my movement. Screw it. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All
There you
right.
go.
Boom. You get 10 points of healing damage.
Sweets. I'll be over here in my sanctuary bubble.
All right. The sole remaining individual is just going to lay in to Defect at advantage because of your reckless attack.
I was about to
Wow.
say, why is it an advantage?
He recklessly attacked last turn.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, does not roll above a 7 with either attack.
Yeah.
This guy just...
We're getting so lucky.
His hair is too fancy.
This guy, he thinks he's a Padawan, and he's not even that good.
No.
Adis, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna
That's
shoot
okay.
Anakin.
All right,
Aye.
shoot him. Please
He
shoot
does.
Anakin.
Put him out of his misery.
18.
An 18 will just hit.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I'm within 30 feet. All right. What am I doing? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damage
There we go.
for a long
Yep.
attack.
15.
Oh, nice. Yeah. an arrow sneaking just past his shield, buried like through his arm, like into his chest. Ah!
Second
Oy.
arrow.
I rolled a 2.
12.
A 12. This time he gets his shield up and blocks it.
God damn it.
All right.
That's
Anything else? Defect.
9.
All right. Reckless attack.
Yeah, go for
Swing
it.
number 1. 21 to hit.
Yeah, you lay into him and you feel your axe vibrate. And from the wound, the guy becomes dust. And away he goes into wherever this dust goes. Nobody knows. But yeah. Well done, everybody. You have defeated the
8, 9 of them.
The tide at the gate. Good job.
This is round 1.
So as you begin picking around, we're going to cut away for a moment. Olive,
Yeah.
you are roused from your unconsciousness, and you see before you a short humanoid woman, very stocky. You are bound with your hands tied behind your back, and there's more individuals around you, but this one in the front is taking up the bulk of your view. You can tell that she's a dwarf.
Okay.
And she looks at you. She's like, "And who are you? Come on, out with it."
I'm Olive, and I live just outside of town.
One of the other voices you hear, "Must be the one from the cave." "Ah, so you thought you could save your friends here, did you?"
I blink at her. I don't gotta say nothing.
"Are you alone? Are there others of you?"
Do you see anyone else here?
"You could have gone for friends. I do not know. You can answer my questions or you can die where you kneel. It is up to you. I don't care."
I'm clearly by myself here.
"Do you have friends with you? Don't try my patience." Her accent is all over the place.
Transylvania,
I'll pick one eventually.
Scottish.
It's like me trying to do a Boston. It's just like all over the place.
Mothcat Gaming, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you and your activity in chat. In fact, Mothcat Gaming thinks that Spoot is an absolutely adorable name.
Aww.
Thank you.
Aww.
Unfortunately, we are with Olive, who is restrained in a fairly... You seem to be in an open, like, room. There's tables around, but it's mainly you can see the people and the dwarf who's got your attention.
If I'm conscious, does that mean I have hit points again?
You have 1 hit point right now.
Okay.
But you are bound and restrained.
That's fair. I'm clearly by myself.
Make a deception check for me. Go ahead, just do a quick deception roll.
Not very deceptive.
That's higher than any of our charisma rolls tonight.
Way better than what we've been rolling.
So she sneers and goes, "We'll see about that." And you hear in the background a faint,
Is it time for dinner?
and you hear her go, "Shit! Knock her out and get rid of her."
Oh no.
And you feel plunk on the back of your head, and you go black once again.
Wah, wah.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, that's a good point for us to take our little 5-minute bio break, everybody.
Gasp.
So thank you to all the new followers who have joined us tonight. Thank you. We will be back in just 5 minutes after a quick little bio break. So stay tuned. Meanwhile, feel free to use all of our commands in chat. You can learn about the characters. You can learn about what they've done. Exclamation point quests and exclamation point character name will give you a little rundown on each of our friendly friends here. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks, everybody. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thank you for waiting as we took a necessary bio break. Hope you all had a great 5 minutes and learned a few things with our wonderful chat commands. So, hope that was good.
Come on, let's go back.
We're having some cobweb guest starring roles here. So, it's weird because there's two of me now. Great. So those of you who just defeated a bunch of these red crows, you are around. They do not have, assuming you like take the time to loot through their bodies, those that have bodies, or are you going to get through and just keep
I would
going?
just like to, as I'm running past the guy that I killed up top, I just want to grab his quiver, or at least like a handful of arrows, whatever I could, whatever's like more sensible.
Sure. You reach down real quick and attempt to grab a bunch of arrows out of the quiver. Get rid of that. You grab a few. Yeah, I'd say you grab 6 arrows.
Oh, perfect. That puts me back at full.
Great. Love it.
Oh, sorry. Did we decide if we're searching at all? If it's possible during a little downtime, I wouldn't mind just checking everyone's health while we're all right next to each other.
Well, just so you have a sense of what's going on, you have killed a bunch of these people. They did sound at least one horn. And these ones came running. You don't know how
Maybe
much
we should find
chance you have.
Find some shelter. Look around. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I just want to use my last turn to go to whoever was closest. I think it was like the lady dead body, right? Because I'm like right behind Defect, and just
The
like
lady's a pile
a
of
really
ash.
quick like scrabble of like, if they're shiny, I want the shiny.
Okay, make a quick investigation check.
Just as a like in passing, like my turn basically.
Yeah.
25.
With a 25, you see a little leather pouch on the ground, amidst a pile of dust and like chainmail.
I grab it.
All right, you punk. Grab that, put it away. All right. So what are y'all doing? Are you like running deeper into town? Are you going to use the roads? Are you going to try to like go between houses? What's your plan?
Well, do I see anybody coming out from my elevated point?
Make a perception check.
That's like.
All right. So with a 16.
Nope. 20.
Oh, 20. Very well then. Yeah, so with a 20, you can see that there is movement. A lot of the movement around, you can't like make out details, because like there's houses in the way. You don't have like a full like over the house view, but you get the sense that if there are people coming, you might not be able to see them from where you are. This is a position designed to look outwards, and you've got a great view like the fields and those people, and there are a few heads that have turned in your direction. Kind of trying to figure out what that was about.
Okay. Then I will run off of the tower and join the group.
Okay.
And then,
So
like,
yeah,
actually, from the top.
you get there, like, okay, yeah, what? Go ahead.
Sorry, from the top, I'm just curious. Is the village look, like there's a decent enough space to hide at all, or
there is
like
space between houses? Yeah, like you could, and like houses have bushes around them. There's a few trees around. There's animal pens.
Okay.
You know, and from the map that Olive kind of roughly sketched out, you know that there's a like town hall area. There's the docks. There's a tavern.
All right, so I'll run up to the group and just be like, Guys, I saw some more movement, but do we just want to keep with our more brute force approach, or would you like me to do that quiet spell?
Quiet spell now.
Yes.
Let him wander.
I
We should-
will pass without a trace and try to keep us hidden from like the main road area coming towards the gates.
Cool. Yeah. So, what area would you like to go to? Do you want to go to the docks? Do you want to go back out to the farms? Do you want to go towards the town hall? Do you want to go towards the tavern? Those are like the 4 areas that Olive had drawn and pointed out.
Great. Yeah.
Is there any way to look? Actually, is there
Wherever
anything?
we saw Olive.
Yeah. Is there
Olive
anything?
was kind of in and amongst the houses. She wasn't near any of the places.
Hold on. I have to check a spell.
Where would Greg keep a prisoner if they were a crime boss?
Tavern.
Could I say I
The
cast?
comfiest and fanciest. Yeah, tavern.
Could I cast something before I cast Pass Without a Trace, or is it too early to retcon?
Sure. You didn't roll stealth checks. What do you want to do?
Okay. Would I recall if there's anything specific that Olive wore, like a necklace or a ring or anything?
Yeah.
I would
got
like
something.
to use my locate object
Ooh. Okay.
and see if I can sense her within 1,000 feet.
All right. Within 1,000 feet, eh?
Mm-hmm. I think it's
Um,
I'm pretty sure it's 1,000.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big area.
Yeah, it is.
How big's the
Um,
town?
Yeah, it's 1,000 feet.
Yeah, it's 1,000 feet. I'm trying to figure out scale of the town now. I would say you get very faintly, you get a little buzz more north and kind of into the town, but like it's just on the edge.
Okay.
Does it radar or does it give you like a general direction?
It says you sense the direction of an object's location as long as it's within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close within 30 feet at least once.
Yeah. So then, yeah, you get a little ping, kind of straight, kind of northeast a little bit.
Okay, is it moving?
It is stationary, and it's just on the edge of your detection.
All right,
I
so
ain't going
then,
nowhere.
so then I will. I don't know if I should drop it yet.
So it's been about 30 seconds
Hold on.
since you all defeated everything, just so you know.
Guys, I sense it that way. I sense Olive over there. She's not moving yet, but should we get closer and then I cast the quiet spell, or should we move a little bit closer so I can just be more sure?
How long does the quiet spell last?
An hour. Okay, I mean, I can't use this spell for that long, and it's one or the other.
Sorry, Amber was saying something.
Well, I mean, we handled those guys pretty well, and I think we're okay if we just get there fast. Maybe we'll try to be sneakier later. I don't want to lose where Olive is.
Okay, let's go. And I'll just kind of, I'll try to stay out of the main street for as long as I can, like keeping everybody with me, but go kind of like a direct route. Like,
Yeah, I think we're still stealthing, but knowing
So are
fast, I don't know.
no pass without a trace, just normal stealth checks.
you? Okay, so then everybody can give me a stealth check. You move at half speed while you're stealthing, just so you know, but it is possible to do.
I'm gonna give myself guidance because I need it.
And
Yeah.
for the next 10 minutes, I know where the object is and if it's moving.
In true Spoot fashion, he rolls a 2.
Defect roll higher than me.
I'm not even gonna roll the guidance because it really doesn't matter.
But overall, you are stealthy. The group itself is fairly stealthy. You have to move a little bit slower because Spoot's having a bit of a time.
Sorry, I know I should have taken those pots and pans off my shelf.
But yeah, you get through the first like 300 feet of town, and you get a more direct sense of like Olive's stuff, like her backpack or whatever that you're sensing on. And so far, you've made it through. You've seen a couple patrols, but you've been able to like hide behind bushes and whatever. So that's been pretty good so far. And you've made it about a third of the way towards your destination.
All right. Is she moving yet, or is it still?
No, it is stationary.
All right.
Okay.
How many more bandits have we seen? Trying to get like a head count of how many more we might be facing.
Like 7 or 8, maybe.
Okay.
But go ahead, give me another stealth check for the next leg of movement.
Whoa.
Fuck.
You know what's true.
Defects.
So
Activate camouflage mode.
He's like the predator.
Yes.
Defect has silent mode.
yeah. So as you're all moving along, unfortunately, there's a big open place, and you need to cross it in order to continue forward. So you're moving along, and you hear, "Halt! Who the hell are you? Stop where you are!
Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you?
We own this town."
I didn't see your name on it.
All right. I need everyone to roll some initiative then.
This is going very well.
Greg answer, I will
Let
have
me-
you know.
Let me.
We are
Just
rubbing off on each other.
Yeah,
Greg,
For the
that's,
record,
that one.
wonderful. I love it. So yeah, this little squad of 4 folks here.
Yes, initiative. That's back in spook fast. Oh, that's defect. Never mind. That's
Yeah.
bad.
Nope, here I am.
That's spook fashion. There we go.
I must have tripped and alerted them. For the record, if that happens again, I think Spoot's going to elect to stay behind.
Oh, need you
Aw.
though, even though you
I
didn't prep cure wounds.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, we all make choices. Wow, 3 people rolled 21s on their initiative. Wow.
I'll let you guess who was one
Yeah,
of them.
I know. Who
Oh
are the rest of
no.
them?
Yeah, unfortunately, the people who saw you rolled natural 20s on their initiative rolls, which is a little sad for you. Oh, sorry about it. But here we go. They charge right in. These two. Bonk and bonk right up to Adis and Greg.
I don't approve of this.
Are those their names?
Bonk and bonk.
You don't know.
One has a J.
You could try to ask them their names, but it might not go very well.
I can't ask anyone anywhere.
All right. First one, 2 longsword attacks against Adis. That is a 22 to hit for 7 points of slashing damage, and the next attack is a miss with a 5.
Oh, thank God.
We can't go out near miss.
Greg, that is a 19 to hit for 6 points of slashing damage, and a 7 to hit, which is a miss.
That's good.
The other 2 then get to go, and they kind of fan out and just launch crossbow bolts at the same folks. The first one at Greg is a 21 to hit for 4 points of piercing damage, and number 2 is an 11 at Adis, which misses. But Adis, it is now your turn.
All right. That doesn't do anything. Okay, never mind. All right.
What you
Don't
think?
like this at all. I will just Misty Step again.
Okay.
Wait, which direction were we coming from?
You were coming from. Whoops. Let me get to the Terra. You were coming from like this direction, so you were moving thusly.
Okay. I would like to Misty Step back to here.
Okay.
Goodness.
I do not like this close combat stuff. Yeah. No, thank you. And I will shoot. I'm gonna shoot Bonk right there. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna shoot Bonk.
Okay, go for it.
Beacon bonk.
With or without a J?
One's Bonk and one's Bionk.
But the J's silent.
The J is silent.
Yeah, it's Scandinavian.
Go for.
Sorry, I am
It has
fixing.
two N's.
What is the Q at the end?
Just in case you're curious, this is bad guy.
11.
An 11 does not hit. He brings up his shield.
21.
21 will hit.
All right. 4 piercing damage.
All right, he takes 4 points of damage. Next up is Greg.
Going to bonus action disengage and come over here behind my two friends. And not yet. Firebolt bonk with a J.
Wait, which one's Bonk and which one's Bionk?
God damn it. It's a natural 1. How much damage do I take?
Yeah, your firebolt releases too soon, and it burns back on your hand. You take 3 points of fire damage.
That's great. This just keeps getting better. Greg looks fucked.
That brings us to Defect.
All right.
I think you're
Defect
damaging
will
Greg more than anyone else with these firebolts.
will take Greg's spot here, and he will go after Beyond. Bonk.
Yes.
Jay. With reckless attack.
All right,
Let's go meet my next character, Bionk.
Bionk.
Yeah, Scandinavian dwarf.
Bionk Zay.
Hey,
So 27 for 16 points of damage.
Great.
It's gonna be a bard based off of Bjork.
You reckless, you said, or did you rage?
Yeah. Both.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Raging and reckless.
Then yeah, that will hit
Am I-
for a solid 16.
All right. And my second swing. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you dust this half orc to dust.
Yeah.
I don't even have to.
Yeah, he's just
No.
gone.
Not Bionk.
Yep, he's gone.
I liked him.
Yeah, sorry about it. Cool.
Oh no, what's that dot? I don't like that dot.
I'm like,
You
wait a
can
minute.
The dot is inconsequential. Ignore the dot.
I don't believe you.
retreat! There's a flying
It's a dot. Run away.
It is just a way to give Sarah a view of the map.
Oh, okay.
There.
That's very nice of you.
I
Spoot,
can't see anything.
it is your turn.
Okay, Spoot feels partially responsible for getting us into this mess,
Yep.
and now everyone's mad at me because I didn't have the right spell prepared. So I'm gonna try this instead on all of the party members that I can see.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, that is
So
a good one.
Everyone, I didn't roll very well, unfortunately, but
Great.
everyone that is not an enemy within 60 feet.
I
Yeah.
can see you now.
Yeah.
Gets this.
So all of you get 8 healing points.
Nice. Thank you, buddy.
What
That
word?
No.
feels better. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Come
That
Immortal?
is bonus action.
Mm-hmm. No.
So I'm
Is it?
then going to use it. Sacred Flame on Fork with a J.
All right,
Bonk,
go for it.
whatever we said his name was.
No, this was Bionk. This one's Bonk.
No, it's the other way around.
Regardless,
one-
he fails the dex save and takes 10 points of radiant damage.
The one who's not
Perfect.
dead yet.
That's the second time you've rolled a 10. Good job.
Anything
I
else?
know.
Spoot.
I better quit while I'm ahead. So I'm gonna dip behind the corner of this house.
All
Yeah,
right.
sort of.
You kind of take some shelter over there. The dude with the sword and shield goes after Defect at advantage. Ooh, that is a natural 20 for 10 points of slashing damage, reduced to 5 because freaking barbarians. The next attack, however, is a 15 to hit, so no good there. The next two, seeing the danger that Defect is, launch their crossbows at Defect, also at advantage. However, only one of them manages to hit you for 3 points of piercing damage, reduced to 1.
Oh no. Defect, are you okay?
I am angry.
Yeah.
Do you actually? Oh, I would have thought it would have been 2. Actually, no offense, Defect. Figured you would round up on the.
I always round down on damage. when I-
Oh no, that's good. Oh, that's very good.
There's English in there somewhere. There is very few things in 5e that round up, but some things do, but most round down.
Oh, okay.
Cool. That brings us back to Adis.
Oh damn. Okay. I would like to shoot this guy back here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
go for
hold on. Let me. I would like to move to here,
it. Uh-huh.
and then I will planar warrior.
Yeah.
Damn thing's 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
25
25 will hit.
for 11.
Wonderful.
Jesus Christ.
An 11, however, you hit him and he's like, ah! And he turns and he sees the second arrow and just barely manages to dodge out of the way. Anything else?
Nope.
Greg, you are up.
Hey, guess what? It's firebolt time.
All right.
Try to hit somebody else.
19.
19 will absolutely hit.
Oh, thank goodness. All right, there's that damage plus my D8. Oh, fuck
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
All right, that is 14 damage as you blast over this woman. She's like, ah! And fire like burns off most of her hair.
Was she missing an eyebrow?
Sorry,
yeah,
lady, you were
totally.
pretty.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I hate when that happens.
She no longer looks as nice as she once did. She's got scars now with her tattoo. It's crazy. Anything else, Greg?
No, that'll be all. I'll hang out there with Adis and Spoot.
Defect, it is your turn.
Excellent. Reckless attack. This guy there.
Yeah, go for it.
27.
That will hit.
3 points damage.
Yeah, you feel your blade sing to you as you...
Oh, dusted.
All right,
Dust
he's
him.
dusted once again.
Then I will. I run up to this person and swing my.
Go for it. 27, totally. Your axe vibrates again.
Oh, dust that too.
All right. Is dusted.
God, if wind blows through this town, everybody's gonna get crap in their eye.
For real.
And it will be other people.
Yeah.
With the rest of my movement, I will
Uh-huh.
come up to that person.
Yeah, her eyes are just wide. Spoot, it is your turn.
Oh gosh, Spoot's caught up in the moment of the theatrics of the dust going everywhere.
Yeah, you
Look in
just
your
saw
eye.
like 2 people turn to dust within the past few seconds here.
I'm actually a little concerned now for Defect. Like maybe he's going down a dark path, and it may be a little too late to bring him back. But we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
There's a spell for that.
He's a barbarian.
Yeah, it's called Protect from Good and Evil. No,
No ceremony.
oh, I'm gonna step out here, and I'm going to. Oh gosh, how many feet did I just move? 5, 10.
I think that was
Okay.
15.
I'm gonna move a total of 35 feet up to here, and
Do you have
give a
35
little
feet
wink.
of movement?
Oh no, I don't, do I? Crap. I
You
thought I
can
had
move
40
one
for some
back,
reason.
be on the south of her.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
but
get next to her there. That's fine.
that doesn't really accomplish what I was hoping to accomplish, but that's okay.
Well, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna hit her now that I'm here.
You have advantage because defect.
Yeah, defect is granting you advantage because of his
Tactics.
totem ability of the wolf.
You're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Ironically, I was trying to give him advantage, but thank you, Defect.
He doesn't need your advantage.
I don't need your advantage.
He gives himself advantage.
I know, but then they get advantage. I was like, we've done this before. There was a time before when, anyway.
It's true. We did that on purpose.
Defect and I have a little battle tactic, but it's fine. I'm gonna hit her anyway.
Yeah, a 24 with the baton of morale. You go up, and what does it look like when you kill this woman?
A lot of morale.
Oh wow! I think
Your face.
I aim high for her head, and it enters her eye and just sinks into her skull because it's like kind of thin, right?
Yeah, I
It's a
mean
baton.
it's not like a wand, but it's a girthy thing. It's a mace. But you just
Crush her eye
whack
socket.
it into her, and it like smashes through her eye socket and like cleaves away part of the bone. You pull back, and there's a little bit of brain goo coming out the end, but she's definitively dead.
Adis just looks back at Greg like concerned.
Spook kind of shudders a little bit, like that. That was a little.
I will say, you noticed that the two people down here who got dusted first by defect, one of them had like a signal horn, so it's now on the ground, and it's only took you like 12 seconds to kill these people.
Awesome. I take the signal horn and whatever else I can find on their bodies
Make an investigation check.
While saying, all right, now maybe we should be sneaky.
There was definitely still noise of like battle and screams of pain. It wasn't like it was completely silent, but
it was brief.
25.
Yeah, you grab 2 pouches because they both dusted right there. So you find 2 little belt pouches.
And yell stealth mode engage.
I unfortunately do not have any enough magic for that.
Okay. Well,
what have you done?
Escaped from danger.
What happened to the plan?
And I take the horn, right?
The plan went south with our stealth rolls.
You're right. So,
but I still do have the tracking beacon going.
Okay, let's go. Point the way.
Yep.
It's the walking wind chime.
All right, you are able to get through. Go ahead, make a new stealth roll if you would be so kind, friends of mine.
Guidance.
Christ.
I do. Give me guidance. Rah, rah, rah.
All right. Okay, cool. Let me see.
I mean, after all these people at this point, like, we're just gonna kill the entire town. Or, like, all of them.
Just bandits.
Okay.
I mean, they're just, yeah, but it's just...
There are still people.
A lot
it kind of hurts a little bit.
Oh, I don't care about that. I'm just thinking of my arrows. It's a lot of arrows I'm using.
I've got more arrows.
You're lost.
That's true.
We're gonna have to have a
so
church
you
service.
are walking
You're
through...
gonna need church.
So you're kind of stealthing your way kind of awkwardly through through this last bit of the town, and you come to a place where it's more like buildings, and you get around to the back, like you're next to a paddock with a big ass cow in it, kind of stealthing along. Yeah. But you're moving. As you
Olive, is that you?
Yeah, as you are crossing between a couple of buildings.
Oh no.
You see that you missed an entire patrol.
Womp womp.
And
We missed.
And they definitely like look at you, and they're like two of them were not paying attention at all, but one of them looks over and is like, "Hey, stop right there!" And I'm going to need another initiative roll from everybody.
This is our life now.
Hey, you were very good in that none of them got a chance to sound the alarm again, because that would have given them an updated position to start searching. So that's great.
Defect, how are your rages right now?
I got one left.
God damn it.
I might need to save that one.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am.
They're
We're-
chickens.
There
are
are
chickens.
chickens. Please don't
And a
make us
cow
fight
and
chickens.
sheep, I'll have you know.
Oh
Sheep.
my goodness.
Save the livestock.
I love it.
Yeah.
No fireball. Oh my god.
Yeah, I spared no expense. Behold the sheep.
Little face.
This is the.
My heart.
It has big ears.
It does have big ears. Great.
Can you move the cow?
I can move the cow.
No, move it. I just want to see an enlarged picture of the cow.
Oh yeah, sure. Bonk. Behold
Oh.
cow.
Oh my goodness. Love it.
Oh my god.
There's even a few
So
chickens
glorious.
running around, so you know.
Love
I
it.
love the chickens.
Thematically, the chickens just feel different.
I think after the first round of chickens, I don't like chickens.
That's fair.
These chickens don't have tails.
They do not have
Ah,
lizard
yeah.
tails, it is true.
Don't trust chickens anymore.
Um, no trust in the chickens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first off, the guy who saw you calls out.
Wait, we don't have defects initiative.
Yeah.
Really?
Defects.
He,
Oh,
he
you
rolled
rolled
an
spirit
attack instead.
animal.
Well, I rolled
He just
one.
throws an axe around instead of rolling it.
Roll your initiative defect. Jeez.
Defect has a
These
+8
guys.
on initiative.
There it is.
All
15.
right, great. Boom. No
Forget
more.
initiative. He just
why
waves
did
the
they
axe
go
around.
first?
It's fine.
They rolled well on their initiative. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But so this one guy kind of backs up a little bit and just beelines right towards who he sees as the biggest threat, which would be Defect, because Defect is massive. And 2 arrows come flying towards you, Defect. The first is a 13 and then a 17.
Missed and a miss.
All right. Next up.
Oh wait. I'm not on the initiative either.
Yeah, you are.
No. Am I?
Yeah.
I rolled
Roll.
a 16.
Yeah, you're there.
Oh no.
I don't see him.
He's not visible.
I see it. And
Okay.
that's all that really matters.
All that really matters. Yeah.
What about the stream?
I was like, I want to turn.
The
Oh,
stream,
wait.
the stream sees
They can
what
see it.
the stream
Yeah, they
sees
can
what
see what
I
you
see.
see.
They get
Yeah.
to see all the fun stuff.
They're like, wait, don't go in
and
there.
know how you do things. Cool, great. So next up, are this little halfling over here fires a crossbow at Adis, and that's a natural 20
Ooh.
That's a miss.
for 13 points of piercing damage.
Yikes.
Ouch.
She's rolled really well on that crit. The other guy launches his at Defect, and his crossbow, of course, jams in balance being what it is, and he rolls a natural 1.
Yes.
Every time they crit, the next one rolls a fucking fail. Like, oh my god. All
At least
right,
there's that.
Adis, it is now your turn.
Adis is gonna say, Spoot, I need to cure wounds.
Well, it's
Spook
funny.
can answer you on his turn.
Yeah.
No, I
So
just know he doesn't
he can
have
think
prepared.
about that.
It'll be a while. I'm really contemplating it.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to. Perfect. I'm gonna shoot the one that just shot me.
Yeah, do it.
20.
There you
20
are.
will absolutely hit.
13. God damn it.
All right.
I was
yeah.
gonna look. That was looking so nice, and then
Yeah, you shoot her right in the shoulder. Ah!
shoot her again. 22.
Absolutely hits.
5.
Believe it or not, that's how many hit points she had left.
Oh my gosh.
So you punk one in the shoulder, the second one right in the throat. Falls over dead.
All right. I'm going to then hide right here. Just gonna step out of view because I am not doing too well.
All right. Greg, it is your turn.
All right. First question: how much time has passed so far since we've entered the town and gone through all this?
You're probably at about, at this point, probably close to 20 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe closer to 30 because you've been like moving slowly because you've been stealthing.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do two things. Can I look for who might have a horn among them? Like now that I know what the horn looks like.
Yeah, make a perception check.
That's a 7. Motherfucker.
It's hard to tell. Defects kind of in your way. They're moving quickly because they're like getting ready to do battle and stuff.
Sure. That sounds about right. Was that my action?
No,
Or
that was just a quick scan.
okay, cool. I guess I'm just gonna firebolt this one then, and I'm gonna say, how far away are we to Adis?
Okay.
Oh,
Doing.
oh. I was like, he's right there.
That's because I'm 10 feet away.
I understand.
16?
A 16 will not hit. He sees you cast your spell and brings up his shield, and your firebolt dissipates on his shield.
Okay. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna then just sidestep behind this little building.
All right. Defect, it is your turn.
All right. 10. I am going to attack that guy right now.
Yeah, you charge right up to this guy who's crossbow jammed, and he's like trying to futz with it. He's like, "What the fuck? Shit!"
Swing number 1.
Yeah.
Swing, bada bada.
Oh.
With an 11, he sees you coming, and he's like, and dodges, just barely missing him.
All right. Swing number 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it is.
Double nat.
Double
Wow.
nat 20s. Holy hell.
I need like a sound effect for
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
Well done indeed. That totally hits. And it's 16 points of damage. So you cut deep into this guy, like almost cutting through him. Part of his, you can see bone through the wound in his chest. And he's like, ugh! Anything else?
That's all I can do. So
All
that's
right.
it.
Next up, this guy rushes around, comes in on you, Defect, and he's going to try to make 2 attacks on you. That is a 20 to hit
Yep.
for 1 point of slashing damage, because he only rolled a 2, of course. And then a 13 to hit.
Wait. I'm not raging, so.
Oh, that's right, you're not raging, so it's the full 2 points of damage.
Oh no.
Suck
Oh,
it,
no.
Defect! Take all the pain!
My feelings.
Would you like to fill out her feelings form?
Yeah, we'll put it in the round filing cabinet. It'll be great. His second attack is a 13, which misses you.
Yep.
And that is all that he does. Spoot. Glorious Spoot.
Ugh. Spoot is not getting paid enough for this.
Yeah,
Spoot's
your
gonna
friends
move.
are filled with arrows and bolts, and what are you going to do?
I don't know. There's not enough cure wounds to go around.
If only I
Pop,
had
pop.
been a cleric.
I'm a knowledge cleric. Okay.
Yeah.
You should have known this was gonna happen. Don't you have your augury?
I haven't completed it yet,
Oh.
but that would have been useful. Anyway, I'm gonna
Yeah.
move to here first, and I'm gonna
Mhm.
try to throw some. Oh, I just checked this. Let me double check the range. Okay, great. Some
Mhm.
sacred flame on the guy who's nearly cut in half.
Yeah, this dude.
Sam Neill lookalike.
Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a nice bit of damage. Let's see. Can he do it? He rolls a 4.
Put that in your cure wounds and smoke. No, I'm just kidding.
Your divine turtle flames destroy him and immolate him to death.
I would still like cure wounds though.
Yes, I know.
So
And here I come.
the next thing that happens is these sheep fuck off.
Spoot's
like,
gonna
The sheep.
while the sheep are fucking off. Spoot's gonna complete his turn though, real quick.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought you were done. Go for it.
That's right. I'm gonna run back here to the needy Adis, and I'm gonna whisper in his ear, "Cure wounds" in Aquan, and I'm actually gonna cast Healing Word.
Ah, nice.
Love it.
For
Thank
8
you.
points of health damage.
And now the sheep can.
All right.
I'm done.
Now the sheep like get the fuck out. They're like, meh. The cow is just like standing there watching.
Sounds on point.
Uh,
That cow doesn't care.
yeah. Then the chickens are like, meh, whatever. Dude bro with the longbow lines up his sights on Defect and fires twice. Oof, that's a natural 20 on the first strike for a full 9 points of piercing damage and an 11 on the second. So he misses that.
All right.
The others are dead, so Adis, it is your turn.
Yes. I would like to just step out
Mhm.
and shoot this person.
Yeah, go for it. Uh, 13, your arrow just kind of wiggles away and flies wide. An 18, this time you manage to line up and get him just a little bit. There he is.
18.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh my.
Yeah, your arrow buries itself deep through him and like pops out the other side. And he's like, ah! So now he's got an arrow through his shoulder. Looks really painful. It's like
Weird.
pouring blood.
Okay, I'm just gonna step back behind my wall.
Yeah, totally. Greg, it is your turn.
Oh, good. I shall also step out and then firebolt that guy who is bleeding so profusely.
Mm-hmm.
Profusely. 25.
Yeah.
That plus this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you burn him down. He is gone.
Good.
Defect, it is your turn.
Adis never answered me about how far away we are, by the way.
Oh, how far away are we?
From where he
How
sent
long
us.
does your spell last? An hour?
Oh no, 10 minutes.
You have no idea.
Well, if it's within 1,000 feet, I would know the exact location. So could I have gotten an idea?
You think it's within 300 feet?
Okay. I think we're like 2/3 of the way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reckless attack.
All right, go for it.
Great.
Yeah,
20.
that 27 will absolutely hit for a solid 18 points of damage.
And my second swing.
Oh!
Again,
Oh.
yeah. You slice through him and you feel your axe vibrate once again.
Yeah, a little dusting, please.
All right, he dusts away.
So you're not raging, but you roll max damage twice.
Yeah.
I think that's the key.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Great. So you have defeated this group.
Defect, grab me some arrows, please.
I grab all the arrows.
So moving quickly, you are able to grab 8 arrows out of the guy's quiver.
Awesome.
I want to do my speed thing.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Nat 20. Total of 27.
Cool. Yeah, you see another pouch there. You pick that up.
And some dental fillings.
Platinum dental fillings.
Yeah.
All right, what direction are we going?
You are heading
That
north.
way.
Yeah. Yeah. You
All right.
are heading north.
We go in the direction that Adis thinks was where the object was.
All right.
What do you mean you're not sure?
Are you stealthing yet again?
Couldn't hurt,
Yeah.
unless we think we should just book it.
It's up to you.
I mean, how much time has passed since we got here? Yeah, I guess if
It's been
you
about
think
30
it's like
minutes or
300,
so.
right? If you think it's like 300 feet, maybe one more round of stealth, and then after that we just book it because we're not sure where to go, so we're gonna need their attention anyway.
True. Grab a sheep and hide behind it, and we'll move.
I can always blow the horn eventually, and I'm pretty quick, so I could blow it and then run.
True.
Oh no.
While we're all together, can I do
in pain.
a quick medicine check to see who's the most hurt?
Yeah, you can make that medicine check. Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah. So Adis is like in really rough shape. Greg is in very rough shape. Defect's hurt a little bit.
Gosh darn it.
Said I can always pull out Chomper if we need to, but we need to be ready for it and know we're gonna need it because I don't want it to run out. So we have to be close, and then we can get their attention and get some. I can do the Healy version if we don't have enough healing.
I have an idea. I can cast a spell that can cover 3 of us with temporary hit points. And right now that might be better than... Sorry, I would explain it better RP style. Like, I can give us a little extra padding.
Let's save it for when we know we're gonna face something, though.
Okay. All right. Let's move.
If there's a time limit, right? I assume there's a time limit. There's usually a time limit on those kind of things.
8 hours. It'll last.
Oh, okay, great. Well, then never mind. I don't know. You do
I hope
you.
that's enough time.
Me too. This dirt's really uncomfortable.
I could use a short rest, but
Screw it. I'm gonna go do it now. I cast Aid on Adis, Grig, and Defect.
All right. So that gives them temporary hit points, or
temporary hit points of 5 for the duration is 8 hours.
All right. So you all have 5 temporary hit points, which is a separate pool on top of your normal hit points, and they will be gone first. But once they're gone, they're gone. All right. So, Adis, you're having a lot of trouble kind of moving. You got hurt pretty bad in that last little ruckus.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, Grig is there to like help you and helps you avoid like tripping over a sheep and causing a bigger ruckus.
Wow, I didn't see that sheep coming. I'm sorry.
No, come here. We're good. We're good, buddy. We got this.
We
got this, buddy.
right in.
Those sheep are super stealthy.
I know.
But you are able to make your way in the direction that you feel you're supposed to go. Just go ahead for fun and roll a survival check. Just to keep the direction in your brain.
Come on, dice gods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. 19. So with a 19, you're pretty confident that you're heading in the right direction. And you see maybe about 50 feet in front of you from where you are behind another building, you see a very large building. It's still one floor, but it's massive. It's pretty big. It looks to you like it's probably the town hall.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what you see.
Are there windows?
There are windows.
I would like to peek in the corner of the window.
So there are multiple windows. So what you see, is you see like right on the main like double doors. There's little windows off either side of that, and then there's like bigger windows off towards the corner of the building. So which would you like to look through?
I mean, I'll... well, I mean, I don't think it would make a difference if I'm looking through the tiny little corner of it. It's like one eye.
Sure.
So,
But but what you see when you look through might change depending on which window you look through.
that's fair. I'll look through the big window.
Which one? The left one or the right one?
Oh, Jesus, choices. Right.
Okay. You look through the right window. Go ahead and make a perception check. And are you being stealthy about it? If so,
Yes.
make a stealth check. All right.
Hold on.
You sneak up to the window. And you stick your head.
45. Whoops. Ignore that.
I want a D45.
Right.
When would you ever need to roll that?
Anytime. Anytime.
All
Do
skill.
you think that
I'm gonna roll my D26 right now.
You get to roll it
I
once
got
per
an O.
character.
I do have a like precision D24 for some reason. I think Mike gave it to
That's
me.
funny.
But it's like, I don't know.
16.
Anyway, with a
Yeah.
16, you look through the corner of this window, and you see what appears to be like an empty conference room. Like, there's some bookshelves with some stuff on there. It is hard to make out exactly what's in there, but you don't see any people. You do notice that there is a door on one side. Like you can see a door on the side wall that looks like it leads to the outside of the building, and there's another door that leads to the inside of the building.
Can I like look around the corner and see if the door that leads to the outside is right there?
You look around, and yeah, there's a door there.
I'm gonna kind of like motion everybody over. Come on, there's a door inside. That looks like a side door.
Okay.
Okay.
You all head on up there. Go ahead, everybody, give me stealth checks. Just because you are engaging in a new activity.
Dang it.
Hmm.
That was the best stealth roll of my life it will never happen again.
Hey, it made it so you didn't have another battle.
That's true.
That's fair.
Nice.
So, to be clear, we're going from a hiding spot to basically open space next to the town hall.
Yeah,
door.
so the town, so like you're crossing an open expanse, like an open square to get to the building.
Mhm.
There's nobody like actively like out and around. It seems like you've timed it where the patrols are not in this spot. And there is a tree over there and a couple of bushes. And you're going, I don't know. Adis has motioned you right along the side of this building.
Okay, but we'd basically be in the open aside from that we're along the side of a building, so if someone is on the other side, they can't see.
Right.
There's nowhere really to hide over there.
Well, there's a
Not
door,
so
so we
much.
can try to get in.
You
Yeah,
could do
okay.
it. You could do it
You won't
first.
know. You won't actually know that there's a door there until you follow Adis. So,
Right. I
because
Okay.
he's a good 25 feet away from you all.
all right, I got 22.
Yeah, no problem. You all like quickly and fairly quietly move across. There is now a door, and you can all now see that Adis is in front of this door on the side of the building here.
Have you tried the door? Do I need to unlock it?
Hold on. I'll try to throw it up.
It's locked.
Great. I'll do the thieves' tools thing. With, I assume, dexterity.
Yep, go ahead and make a Thieves' Tools check.
14?
Yeah, it takes you a few minutes, but eventually you hear a click. And you believe the door opened.
Right. See anything in there?
I'll crack it a little bit and look inside.
You see the same empty room with a door across the way that you saw previously.
Nope, just the door into the main rooms, it looks like.
Alright, let's go in.
And a bunch of books.
Before we move from this room, though, I want to bring out Chomper.
That's fine.
Okay.
Open the door and enter. Yeah, I saw a copy of the Lusty Argonian Maid on the wall.
Lusty Argonian May.
It's
My
mine.
favorite book.
Spoot says it's mine. Don't you do it.
I always look for that one.
There are like all kind. There are books on the shelf. If you want to take time to look through them, you might find something interesting.
Later, Spoot.
Ah,
That's not the time.
okay, you're right.
It's okay. There's always gonna be books, and I pet Spoot's shell.
Right.
Ooh.
I can't feel that, you know.
Actually, turtles can.
Yeah, I know. It probably could.
Is the
I'm
door to the inner room locked?
gonna close and lock the door behind us, by the way.
Okay, good to know. You close it up, lock it up. Make an investigation check, unless you just want to test.
I mean, I'll just like turn the doorknob like when you're trying to leave your room very quietly and you don't want to wake your parents. Or like when you're trying to sneak back in the house.
Okay.
Like that like slow, quiet knob
Yeah.
turn while pulling on it so it doesn't open.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh god. Terrible.
It seems to turn all the way. It doesn't appear to hit a lock mechanism.
It doesn't seem locked.
Hang on, don't open it yet. I'm gonna pull out.
I keep the door open. I'm just kidding.
Pull out Chomper in Protector mode. So we all get 10 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So just so you know, that will erase the 5 that you already have.
That's fine, it's more.
All right. Well,
It is more. I did waste a
I
spell
mean-
slot.
Screw yourself.
I guess that's true.
I mean, we'll just need to talk about it next time.
No, I didn't actually think about that, about erasing yours. I remember they erase, like, if I roll it again, they take over higher.
yeah, any temporary hit points erases a previous one unless it's lower.
Right, I forgot about that. Okay, I will wait to do that. But it's gonna be like in my hand in my like held action. I don't know. I'm just fine.
You've got
Okay.
you've got Chomper out,
Yeah.
or you're about to pull out Chomper in Protector mode.
No harm,
Yeah.
no foul. Like from Spoot's point of view too. Like if it's more is more, and we could have fought before we got in this building, and that's what the 5 was for. So if you think it's the time,
Yeah, it's up to you. So is Adis opening the door? Is that the
Yes.
plan? All right, cool.
Defect, you go in first.
Okay, so Defect is opening the door.
I will go in
I'll open the door and open it for him and he enters.
first.
Well, Adis opens the door, and we'll find out what happens next week here on Newly Forged.
Wait, no.
That's right, it's that time.
No.
Yeah. You'll fight the Beholder next week. Don't worry about it.
I guess that is worth another session. You're right. We can't do that in 15 minutes.
No, but I can panic and have anxiety for the next week. So
I know, that's the best part about being a DM.
If we were,
I don't need more anxiety. I already have enough.
Dude,
Well-
I've been face down in the dirt for 2 sessions now.
That was your decision.
Well,
Oh.
Just kidding.
only really this session, and you did have a starring moment. You just chose not to be cooperative, so
true.
you didn't learn much. You know, which is fine. You had an opportunity, and Olive was Olive, which makes sense.
Uh-huh.
She's not a chatter. I get it.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was in character.
totally was. I am here for it. But thank you everyone for following us tonight. Thank you Mothcat Gaming. Thank you Maka the DM. Thank you Son of Yoda. Appreciate your follows. Hope you have enjoyed your stay and hope you come back next week. And as always, thank you all for joining us. We're going to go and do a round of goodbyes, and I will look to see if there's anybody cool that we should raid. So let's start off with the glorious Spoot. Spoot.
Oh, hello. It's the glorious Spoot. Helmed by me, Matt. Thanks for watching. That was awkward.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Cheers.
And Adis.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Always make sure to make proper sacrifices to the Chaos Gods because I did not do that today. And my rules were shit.
Everyone following our stream needs to do that before the session starts. It's a prerequisite, sorry.
Yeah.
I do it for every game, but I forgot to this week. So.
And Olive.
Yeah, thanks for watching me lay in the dirt. Stay
Greg.
safe. See you next week.
Yeah, I guess the same deal. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, if you have just joined us for the first time, to check out the YouTube channel and subscribe there and find out all of our previous misadventures. And I guess that's it. I love you. Goodbye.
And Defect.
Yes, thank you everyone for watching. Catch you next week. Have a good night.
All right. And I am Jared. I have been your Dungeon Master. Please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Nuuli Forged. You can check us out on Facebook and on YouTube, also at Nuuli Forged. You can find us there. Also, Matt and I have a podcast, Mid-Level Adventures, where we talk about how to play the game and our experiences playing the game. So if you want some info on how D&D works, you can check that out. In the meantime, we're going to raid TPK Roleplay. So thanks, everybody. See you next week. Hope you come back, and thanks again. Bye, y'all.
Ah.
Oh.